Hey everybody, welcome to Cheap Pops. I'm Dave.
I'm Nick.
And we are going to talk a little wrestling, but if you can't tell, we're mainly going to be talking about video games. We did one video game episode. Well, there's so many video games, we're going to do another one. And
this is part, we did two, this is part.
We did do two, didn't we?
Yep, this is part 3.
But we've got a theme, Vice City. My custom jersey says Versetti on the back. If you've never played Vice City, you probably won't get that. So,
and I got the actual Hawaiian shirt from the game.
And mine is hanging up, but I wanted to wear this, and that shirt is kind of tight on me, so I didn't want to wear it. But there's some news in the wrestling world going on. The Rock is on the board of TKO, and he came back, and it looked like he was going to be wrestling Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. But now he slapped Cody Rhodes in the face, and
he just didn't slap him. He knocked the taste out of his mouth.
Oh yeah, and it looks like The Rock is part of the bloodline now, and and Cody has chosen Roman Reigns to be his opponent at WrestleMania with his Royal Rumble opportunity, and now the winner of the Elimination Chamber, which is next weekend, will face Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight title. So there's a lot going on. I'm happy that they're doing Nia Jax against Rhea Ripley at Elimination Chamber and getting that out of the way. Because I don't want to see that at WrestleMania. I don't want to see it at Elimination Chamber, but I'd rather see them get it out of the way.
Right.
We usually talk about what we have going on behind the camera. Since this is a video game episode, we have Wreck-It Ralph behind the camera right now. But you brought something, you bought something, and, well, I wasn't talking about the Tanuki hat, but...
Hey, it's a video game episode, and how many times have I worn the Mario hat?
And that is not my favorite Tanuki Mario. The one I have on my arm, where he's more like a raccoon that's brown, that is my favorite Mario, so that's the tattoo that I have.
I want to start off with this for you.
For me. Oh, is this your surprise? Oh, that's cool. That's really cool, because we both enjoyed this movie. We went and saw this movie at the theater. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem, kind of like a shadow box. That's really, really cool. Thank you.
I saw that, and I'm like, I gotta get it for him.
Yeah, and that'll go up on my Ninja Turtles wall when I finally get that. And we're going to do a Ninja Turtles episode at some point.
And we have a good plan for that one.
Yes, we
do. Speaking of tattoos, I went and got a new one.
He's got a couple video. This is what, your second video game tattoo?
Third.
Because you got your Duke Nukem. And
then Doom.
Yeah. Nobody wants to see your hairy chest.
No, I don't know. But that wasn't all I got. I snagged this up at Walmart also. The same day I got you that.
He's a horror fan. He likes Friday the 13th.
Yes, I do.
It's not my thing, so, Lance Bean fell down. Down. Yeah, some of the Funkos don't like to stand up. But I have Pac-Man. Oh, I didn't turn him on.
Now he's on.
Got Pac-Man, got the Contra Boys, got Donkey Kong and one of the Koopas, and we got some wrestlers. And speaking of those wrestlers, how did you acquire these wrestlers?
I got them from Eric Alden.
Well, yeah, he was selling a crate full of
wrestling action figures,
yep.
And he gave me a really good deal on them.
Yep. So we figured we'd show off, and of course this one's Rey Mysterio.
Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, Rey Mysterio. I like cookies. And a dollar store knockoff Hulk Hogan with the body of He-Man. That's the same thing.
Yes.
It's the same.
Some of them have double.
That's cool. I mean, it's one of the rubber.
Yeah.
One of the rubber, like half rubber, half plastic. That's cool. I like that. Another Rey Mysterio. I'm not going to display all of them.
No. And I know you want these.
Okay, these. Now you're talking my language.
Yep.
The $1 Million Man in the green suit and the $1 Million Man in the black suit. The Hasbros. And the paint is still pretty good on pretty much, yeah. But... no, that's really cool. I've met the $1 Million Man. He's a really nice guy to meet. Those are cool.
Oh, and I know you're eyeing this one.
Yes, the 1997 Dude Love. Oh, and he's even got the
yep.
karate punch, and I mean he's got the thing for the mandible claw, which he called the love handle for a while, which is a great name for a finisher.
Yes.
So that's cool though. It's the 97 Dude Love. I like that a lot.
And I know how much you like your collectibles.
Oh, Johnny B. Oh no, it's not. It's Wildman Mark Marrow.
Yes.
Okay, that's cool. But I mean, it is he was Johnny B. Bad, but no, that's cool. That's from 97. That's one of the bendables. That's cool. I like that a lot.
You want to still go old school?
Oh, there you go. DDP, where you squeezed his legs and he
Bang!
diamond cutter. It's got his tattoos. That's cool. I like that.
I can't remember who this
That's
one
Roddy
is.
Piper.
Is it?
Yeah, with the reality
Oh
check
my
shirt.
God, yes.
It's really bad, but it's Roddy Piper.
That is awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like it's got like Roderick Strong's face on it.
I
Other than
know.
That's cool. I like that.
Oh! We got
look,
another
you got
one.
got another $1 Million Man with the black suit. That's cool.
And my favorite.
When I saw that one, I knew you would really like this.
Yeah.
The 2001 version of Kane. That's pretty cool.
And they didn't make a very long line of these where they had the metal to go along with the entrance ramp
right.
on their feet.
Yeah, no, I like that. That's cool. Yeah, you got some good ones already. That Roddy Piper one is just off-putting. It's ruined. Oh, dude, that's really cool. That's one of the. I think that's one of the Slam Master stings. That's cool. I like that a lot.
Still sticking with the Slam Masters.
Oh, dude, that Scott Hall is. It looks like he's got Scott Norton's head. That doesn't even look like Scott Hall's head, but that's.
But you want to go old school, and you know that they didn't stick very long with the line.
Oh, just incredible.
ECW.
ECW. Yeah.
Oh, we still got more people. We got about 112 of them to go through.
Jeez 'em. Oh, that's a good Chris Jericho, even though the face is actually kind of looks like his face looks now. That's cool. I like that.
And I think you would think these ones were cool.
Oh, the Godwins.
Yes.
That's cool. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. That's cool. This is when they were heels too, with the Confederate flags on there.
And DX.
Oh, that's cool. X-Pac, Road Dogg, and Mr. Ass. Of course, they're not going to put Mr. Ass on the tights, but
right.
Yeah, those are really good. Bret Hart. Oh, that's his WCW one.
Yes.
That's really cool. Yeah, you got some really good ones in this. You really do.
Oh yeah, we're not even halfway through this crate yet.
Let's see. Edge. I believe that might have been his first one. And then The Rock. I don't remember him doing the long tights, but that is
actually
cool.
pretty cool.
Yeah, and it's got The Rock on it. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. That's an old school Undertaker.
Yes.
This is back when the faces weren't really good.
Right.
But you could still tell who they were. I mean, that's 97. That's like the second line. Is that Ken Shamrock?
I think it is.
I think that's Ken Shamrock. I don't remember him wearing a shirt, but yeah, I think that might be Shamrock. Oh. Ultimate Warrior, Hasbro, and Shawn Michaels.
Oh.
The springs are still good on these.
Yes.
Too. Rick Steiner.
Yeah.
Wow. Is that one of the glue ones? That's really cool. With the mismatched boots and everything. Goldberg.
Yup.
That does not look like him at all. But that's really cool. I like that a lot. Oh, Sid
Bitches.
Sid, that's still the faces on. Oh, Sid fell down. Bret Hart.
Yup.
The paint kind of wore off on his. Oh, this one. Look at him. He's so. That one's been used a lot.
Yeah.
He's spinning. I don't remember Bret being able to spin like that. But that's
yes.
Cool. Oh, that's a cool Bam Bam with the blue flames on the.
And it's not It's rare for you to find him with blue flames for an action figure.
This is a 99. This is a WCW one. That's really cool. Keep going. Oh, Mankind, a bendable. That's really cool.
Yep.
I like that.
I know you have this one as in a box still.
I don't have it in the box, but I do have. This is the authentic ECW one of Sabu. That's really cool. I like that a lot. And these, when I first saw, when he showed me the box, I thought these were the LJNs because you couldn't really tell by the picture. But I don't even know who that one is. I don't even think that's a. I think that's a knockoff one because it just says China on the back. But Hillbilly Jim and Big John Studd, thumb wrestlers. That's really cool.
That's going back in the day too.
Yeah. I mean, that's 1985. I was 4 years old when these got released, so. Gold Dust bendable, that looks so weird. His upper body was never like that. That's so weird. Oh, I like that a lot.
Yes.
Undertaker with the purple, and Undertaker was never that jacked. Diesel. For people that don't know, Diesel was my nickname in high school with a lot of my friends. Did I ever tell you the reason why?
No.
Okay, so it's kind of a weird story. So me and a buddy of mine who was really into wrestling, this was back in like maybe 96, 97, we were talking about wrestling in one of our classes before class started, and we were talking about Kevin Nash, and we were talking about how he was Diesel. And once class started, my buddy was like trying to get my attention, and instead of saying Dave, he said Diesel accidentally. So my nickname just became Diesel. So and it stuck. So even a couple of my cousins call me Diesel till today. So, oh, that Hawk is so bad, but that's cool. LOD 2000 Hawk with the old school face paint, and Animals kind of got the same, but that's cool. I mean, the Hawk one, I don't remember him wearing the singlet top. And why does he have like lipstick? That's like. He's got like pink lipstick on.
I don't know, but it still looks
That's cool though. That's cool.
You want to talk about being cool?
Yeah. Oh, that's a good Gold Dust. That's a really good Gold Dust.
And I know that you'll want this one.
Yeah, you sure you know? Oh, yes. Yes, I totally want this one. Tatanka. That is cool.
Oh, speaking of one that you would want.
Lex Luger. Yeah, that's cool. I'm going to have to owe you some money for all of this. Yeah, you showed me this one. This does not look, well, anatomically it looks like Sable, but facially
it looks like Celebrity Deathmatch Sable.
It does, yeah.
Celebrity Deathmatch Sable, there we go.
That's true, it does. We're going to have to put all these back in the crate by the time. Oh, that's cool. That's, the paint's kind of... And the faces were so bad.
Oh my
but
God.
Jeff Jarrett, that's cool. Show those ones because I got to take a drink.
The Nation of Domination. Farouk and D'Lo Brown.
Yep, that's awesome. Those look really good, actually. The paint on those is actually pretty good. And of course, you got The Rock to go with it. So.
Yep, and
and this man just got announced for the NFL Hall of Fame. Steve Mongo
McMichaels.
He spent 3 years in the wrestling business and never got any better. Good on promos, but man, he was crap in the ring. But that's cool.
I never thought I would come across that.
And it's got the 4 Horsemen logo on his stuff. Another Road Dogg. With the weird grin on his face and the white DX shirt. And this was when they were putting the fake autographs on their legs too. So another X-Pac with the jeans and his tongue out.
Oh, and I know you have this one in a box.
Yeah, I think so. The NWO Scott Steiner.
Because didn't you buy one off of Mikey Cheese of Scott Steiner?
I did, but I don't think it was this one. But still, that's right when he turned to the NWO with the white singlet with the NWO. This one I want for sure.
Yep.
This is the Galoob 1994 Sting. The paint is still, I mean, there's marks on it, but this is really, really cool.
He don't care. He wants it.
That's one I definitely want. This Goldberg is crap. Fear the Spear on the, that's crap. That's a crap Goldberg. I'm sorry. Draws. I actually have this one in the box.
Yep.
This one I bought off of Mikey Cheese in the box. Draws, who just passed away last year, which sucks.
Oh, I know you like these.
Huh. 2 British Bulldogs. They're different, but those are cool. See, the face on this one's good, but
right.
And after a while, they tend to spin.
Yeah,
because the bodies get loose. Look at this pile. Look at it's like a Royal Rumble going on. Oh man, Ahmed Johnson, but he doesn't have the the knee pads up on his thighs. But I guess maybe that would have been too much in paint. But that's cool. He needs a little head. Al Snow.
Oh,
that's cool.
Oh,
is that Stone Cold? Huh?
Yes!
I think that's the Ringmaster one, actually.
Yes,
it says Stone Cold Steve Austin on the back. That's cool. Another bendable. I never liked these. I never bought the bendables. Dr. Death, Steve Williams. That's cool. That's really cool. You got some really
yes!
You got your money's worth out of that, I gotta say. Rocky Maivia and Bret Hart bendables. That's cool. Is that the same? That's the one you showed me before too, right?
Yep.
Same one. So I'm gonna get one of these. Because you don't need 2.
Dean Malenko.
Dude, look at the face though.
I know.
Come on, that's just. I hope you can see. Well, you probably might not be able to see the faces, and I'm not taking pictures of all these. I'm just not, because I'm not gonna take the time. Oh, see now this makes me happy.
There's 2 of them.
I've told the story of the wrestler the first wrestler that I ever met was Adam Bomb, and if you know the character, he was Wrath in WCW, and the fact that you have 2 of these
makes you happy.
Dude, I'm not even gonna ask. I'm taking this one right now because I don't.
I knew you would.
Oh man, 2 Ravens.
Yes, and this one you actually have in the box.
I do have this one in the box. That's cool. That's pretty sweet. I like that. Oh, you're already giving it to me. I'm just gonna toss them because then they're not on the table. And then I know where they are. How many more you got?
We still got more. Savio Vega.
Savio. I've met Savio. That's really cool.
And I know that you will think these ones are awesome.
Oh, those are good Scott Halls. Those are really good Scott Halls. The black and the white and the black and the red. So you've got the NWO, the regular NWO, and then the NWO Wolfpack. Just oh my God, Chains. Or is that Crush? That might be Crush. I know it says because he was the leader of the Disciples of Apocalypse. That might be Crush. But
it is Crush because of the long hair.
Yeah. And then Shawn, that Shawn Michaels is so bad. And it's really dirty, but China.
Yeah.
Oh, China, that's cool.
Who's better than Kenyon?
Oh, Kenyon.
Yeah.
That's cool. You definitely got your money's worth.
Oh, hell yeah.
So, this is like the biggest pile of action figures I've ever seen. And another Goldberg. Oh, that's a cool stuff. Well, the knee braces kind of fall off, but
yeah, they gotta get restuck.
That's a cool Stone Cold with the red skull on the back.
Now, I only seen one of these once before, and I haven't seen it since until now.
That's a cool Goldberg. That's actually a really good Goldberg, even though I don't like Goldberg, but. Oh snap! Rob Van Dam. Is this the? That can't be the ECW.
It is the ECW.
It is, because it's got HHG Corp on it, which was the parent company of ECW. That's really cool.
And I know you'll probably want that one.
I'm not going to lie, I do.
And you want that!
Oh, dude, no. See, you don't understand, man.
I know you want that.
That Paul Bearer, I think this is the first Paul Bearer that ever came out. And I've met Paul Bearer. We talked about it. It might have been on the last show. That one's really, really cool.
Would you like to get in a fight with Kevin Nash now?
No. I mean, I don't really like this one, though. because the fringe is just weird.
Right.
And I don't know why his singlet has all the blue in it. But, I mean, that's cool. And I don't know why he has duct tape knee pads.
I don't know either.
I don't know. That's a good Scott Hall. I like that Scott Hall. That's pretty cool. Yeah, you've got so much. Oh! These referees came in a set with somebody. They came in
with
as an extra. And
yes.
That's cool. I think that's the Billy Silverman. And he's got the white socks. Like, it just...
It looks awesome!
At least it's not Randy Anderson with the sweatpants, you know, and that's cool, though. I like that. 2 referees.
I want to know if you know who this is.
That's Chris Benoit.
Yup.
Come on. Come on, man. Chris Benoit, WCW figure. I don't remember him ever having silver knee pads, but... Oh, that's really cool. That's a Booker T. I like WCW Booker T.
Just the face, though.
If you're just listening to the audio of this, you're missing out.
Oh yeah.
Kurt Hennig, wow. That's, yeah. Man.
I know you'll like this.
Oh, the Sandman. Yeah, that's, wow. That's a WCW, well, yeah, WCW from 2000, and he had been gone at that point. But it's got the kendo stick. That's cool. That's such a horrible Ric Flair. Oh my God, that's so bad.
What do you want?
Oh my God, the actual head that came with Al Snow. That's cool. And I just put him on top of Al Snow. Oh, that macho. Ew. Looks like that one's been sitting a while because it
get some alcohol and he will be shining.
Or like some Goo Gone or something like that. No, that's a really good. That's the Madness one. That's cool. I like that a lot. That's a cool Hollywood. I don't ever remember him wearing that shirt, but that's
actually really cool.
That's cool with the cowboy boots and everything. I like that. Mark Merrill. We've met Mark Merrill.
That was so much fun meeting him.
Marvelous Mark Merrill.
And the best for last.
Oh man. Yeah, I don't know about the best.
I know.
Definitely should be the last. Vince McMahon. Yeah, with the entrance set thing. Is that the last one?
Oh, and there's something else that's cool.
What is... I don't remember... This must have been... That's kind of weird, but I like that.
It's pretty cool.
Championship thing. I think that might have been something for the Bendables to be in or something like that.
And we got Steel Steps.
Steel Steps. Oh, what are those from? Oh, and there's like batteries and you can make sounds with it and stuff. That's cool. We'll have to put figure out what kind of battery to
and I was speaking of the foot stuff that they step on.
Oh man, that's a lot of those little bases. And it's the old school WWF logo. Holy crap. If you want some bases, we got them. All with the WWF logo. WrestleMania 14?
Yeah.
Holy crap, and you've got a bunch of them. WrestleMania 14 bases from the WrestleMania 14 line. Dude, you got a good haul there.
Yes, so I did.
That's really cool. Now put them all back in the crate. So, we just wanted to show all those off because you got a really good deal.
Oh, yes, I did.
You are right. There are a good amount of those that I want from you. And
I told you.
I know you won't put up much of a fight. But what would you say is your favorite out of this whole bunch?
Out of the whole bunch?
Yeah.
Just because I really, really want to meet him.
The Mongo? Well, he's...
Because how rare is this to find, though?
Yeah.
A Mongo McMichael's action figure.
Yeah.
And I really do like the Canyon.
The Canyon's really good. I gotta say the Paul Bearer is the best one to me. But... And the Sting. The Sting is... That's so... I'm going to show it again because I think that's so...
Keep it right up on the table. We can display it.
Yeah. We'll put him right here next to Donkey Kong. Right behind the Mario man.
Because he was on a cover of a couple of them.
Yeah, you got to go faster than that.
I'm just trying not to damage any of them.
I know. I'm just kidding. So... while you're doing that, any news on the WWE game?
Oh, they just dropped the trailer and I sent it to you for the WrestleMania, 40 years of WrestleMania trailer. And it looks sweet.
And then didn't you send me a video of the Fiend from?
Yes, I'm hoping that it's not a fan-made one, but an actual thing itself.
Yeah, that's the thing is you kind of got to pay attention to where you're getting your information from, because like a lot of fan-made stuff, you know, you can. Sometimes it's hard to,
you want to give me a little bit of a hand?
Yeah. But there's not a lot of games that I've been, looking at lately. But I've been playing old school games, and we're gonna play some games after we're done recording. So
should we go talk about which ones we're gonna be playing?
Yeah, we're gonna play. What the hell are we gonna play?
SmackDown Shut Your Mouth.
Yep.
No,
Here Comes the Pain.
Yeah, Here Comes the Pain. But I do want to play Shut Your Mouth though.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we can. And WWE Crush Hour, which is the WWE Monster Truck game, which I grabbed Legends of Wrestling 1 and 2 out, so we could probably do that as well.
And I brought my PlayStation 2 system because you said that yours is kind of on the fritz.
Yeah, mine kind of likes to do what it wants to do and play when it wants to play. So, but while you're doing that, I got a couple things I want to show. A lot of people probably do not remember, depending on what age you are, demo discs from back when the consoles.
I remember.
And if you went to Pizza Hut back in the day, you could get a PlayStation demo disc. This is disc number 1, and I've got this one that has the next Tetris. It has Sled Storm, Tomb Raider: The Last Revelation, Spyro 2, Ripto's Rage, Gran Turismo 2, and the next Tetris.
Speaking of Spyro, I've been playing the remastered version of them, and they are fun.
That's awesome. This one, though, I played this disc so much because this had the demo for Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. And it had the first level, which is the one that's like in the warehouse. And I think it only played the one song the whole time. But I wore one of these out before Tony Hawk's Pro Skater came out because the demo on it was so good.
And speaking of Tomb Raider, I think it's going to be this week.
Yep.
That the new remastered trilogy of Tomb Raider is coming out.
Mm-hmm.
And I have already got my copy, and I'm planning on playing it.
Nice. So before we get into the more about the subject, why don't you grab what arrived today, and we'll see if we can set it up behind us.
All right.
This is something we just ordered, and we ordered it to have for our table at the Wrestling Classic.
It came in within 2 weeks, which is not bad.
No. It's 6 feet tall.
And he's weighing in at 300 pounds.
And this is what we are going to have our contest for people to name our logo character. And this was done by Dave Cole, the logo itself. And you can find him at Davey Painting on Twitter, X, whatever, and Dave Cole Dojo. I don't think we're going to leave it behind us because it's not going to stand up. But we think that's going to look really, really cool next to our table at the Wrestling Classic.
Oh, yes, it is.
And they just announced Velvet Sky and Fantastic Bobby Fulton to be at the Wrestling Classic. Rob Van Dam, Matt Riddle, Elias, Eric Bischoff is one of the headliners.
I do want to do some kind of a comparison, though.
Okay.
Since they both had the same tights on.
Yep, and, well, not quite, but close to it. Well, yeah, you're right. Yeah.
It's got the same boots.
Yep, and this one doesn't have the weight belt, but that's really cool. There's differences, but they're very, very similar, so I like that.
This is actually really cool that we actually get to compare these.
Yeah, no, that's really cool. We can't wait to do the Wrestling Classic. It's March 23rd in Springfield, Massachusetts. Just go on Facebook, search Captain's Corner Zombie Hideout, and you'll find out all the info. We're going to do our table. We're going to be giving out free packs of trading cards. Going to be doing trivia. and we're going to have the contest for people to name our character, because we can't think of one, and whoever we pick of the person that comes up with the best one, we will send them a prize pack, some autographs, authentic autographs of wrestlers, and maybe we'll do like the winner, and then we'll do something small for a couple runners-up that we think are really good. But we can't wait for the Wrestling Classic. It's going to be good. We had a great time last time, and
we had so much fun.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun to get the name out about our show. So,
and I finally got to make it. And you already see what he looks like.
I did.
It's Mr. Saku!
That's.
And he's got my logo on him.
Yeah. Speaking of which, why don't you?
Can I get a drum roll, please?
So the Nick's Pick segment now has a logo, reminiscent of the old school SmackDown logo, the original SmackDown logo. So we will not be going with my handmade one. Maybe every once in a while we will, but so we thought that was actually a really cool logo, and our stuff looks legit. That's all I'm gonna say.
Actually, you know what would be great to actually take that right onto that.
Yeah.
So it won't get ruined.
Right. So, any other games that you want to talk about before I get into the games that I have?
Yes. I brought a couple that I would like to talk about. You want to talk about one I played to death, and I mean literally played to death when we first got it for the PlayStation 3.
Yeah. Didn't you buy that backwards compatible PlayStation 3 when we went to the...
No, because he didn't have it.
Oh, that's right. He didn't have that one. That's right. Maybe.
You want to talk about good classics right there.
Red Dead Redemption
1.
I've never played the Red Dead Redemption stuff. That's cool though.
And I don't know if I showed this off that I picked this up.
Duke Nukem.
A Time to Kill. And I do not plan on playing that because I think it's too sweet the way it is. And that's actually the same what I got tattooed on me.
Yep.
Excuse me.
Jeez,
aren't I a pretty date?
Yeah, you're great. I can't wait to hang out with you more.
Then the Grand Theft Auto trilogy, which I'm already playing this on the PlayStation 3 over again.
Yeah. Nice.
And I don't care what people say, but I love this one. Of Batman Arkham Origins.
Yeah.
I love this.
I don't think I've ever played any of the new generation Batman games.
And they are making fun of, because I had to bring this one, because they do make fun of Grand Theft Auto Vice City in it, because of where Tommy can't swim, and they got a guy named Timmy with floaties on his arms wearing the shirt in the game.
That's cool. The first driver I really liked, but I've never played the other ones, but I like that a lot.
Then, sticking with more games.
Believe me, I have lots of games.
I'm so happy this came in. The walkthrough guide for Grand Theft Auto 3.
Yep. The Grand Theft Auto 3 had some great missions, I will say that.
And I am so happy I got this. Not happy for the price I paid for it, but I love it.
That's a thick walkthrough guide, too.
Yes.
Holy crap. Red Dead Redemption 2, that's really cool.
And
no, that's like having an encyclopedia.
Yes.
If you kids know what an encyclopedia is.
Then this one I had to get because still I love Duke Nukem.
Duke Nukem Forever? I like that.
Yes, that looks sweet.
Yeah, no, I like that.
Balls of Steel limited edition. I got Balls of Steel.
It's too much info. So is that it?
Yes.
Okay. Well,
we knew that the action figures would take up most of it.
That's true. We're not gonna there's a lot of games that we could talk about, and I kind of just wanted to, because our first video game episode, we really went deep into games that we liked and stuff. I just kind of want to show off mostly my favorite genre of games, but this one, it's a weird game, but I think it's a really good game. Crew Ball, the Motley Crew pinball game. I have it, in the original box with the, eventually I'm going to go on eBay and I'm going to get the instruction booklet for it too. But I think this is a really interesting game.
That is really cool.
I really like this game a lot.
Speaking of favorite genres,
yes,
like Rockstar.
Yeah.
I really love a lot of the detail that they put into their games.
Yeah, Rockstar does
especially recently with a lot of them, especially Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah.
There's so much in depth into that there's half of the stuff that people haven't even realized that's in that game.
Yeah, they pay a lot of attention to their games. Like, I really like the talk stations on GTA 3 and Vice City. Don't get me wrong, the other radio stations are great too. The rock station, V-Rock on Vice City is great with Laszlo and Love Fist and all that. But the talk stations are just hilarious.
I just wish, speaking of Love Fist, I wish our banners came in, because we would have hung them up behind us, but they didn't come in time. But hopefully, for when we record again, I want them to hang behind us.
Yeah, definitely. So, if you can't tell, Sega is my favorite console. My first was a Nintendo, but when Sega hit, I was all about the Sega.
My very first one, and I'd have to say owned alone, would have to be the PlayStation 3. And that was the first one I owned alone. Okay. Without having to share it.
Yeah.
Was the PS3.
Well, I was an only child, so I didn't have to share nothing.
No, of course not.
But my favorite genre, and I've got a lot of them here, would have to be the fighting games / beat 'em up games. This one's a really good one. And to be honest, once one came out,
you had to get the rest.
And they were everywhere, and they were all kind of the same, but they all had unique characters. But this one, Eternal Champions, such a great game, and some of these are beat 'em up, some of these would be considered side scrollers. But this one, Deadly Moves.
Yeah.
They're all Street Fighter-esque, Mortal Kombat-esque games.
You want to talk about the old school beat 'em up side scrollers? The old Batman games.
The Batman games were really good.
But I think you would if you could get a chance to ever play them, because you got the new Xbox system.
Yep.
Would be the Arkham games.
Yeah,
especially Arkham Asylum. I know this guy would love that.
Yeah, to me, the greatest series of beat 'em up games of all time, though.
Streets of Rage.
1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 I got on the Switch. And you want to talk about game soundtracks? You cannot go wrong with the Streets of Rage. I think the Streets of Rage 2 game soundtrack is the greatest game soundtrack I've ever heard. I love the Streets of Rage series. But then the same, the fighting games,
yes.
Art of Fighting. They all have the life, meter, and, every hit, the life meter goes down. They're the same game. They're just different moves and different characters, but they're games that you can pick up and play.
Yes.
And you can play as a kangaroo at one point in this game, Streets of Rage 3. Now, this is not the original box. There is a site called Retro Game Cases, and look at, the quality. It looks like that's an actual Sega case. This is where I get a lot of the game cases. But eBay is a great place to find, if you want just the case, a lot of people sell just the cases that don't have the game cartridge in them. So, and I found on Etsy, I found reprints of the instruction booklets, which is cool. This one I would consider more of a side scroller.
Yes.
Ninja Turtles 3, The Manhattan Project. This is a good game.
That was such a hard one to beat, though.
It was. In my opinion, Ninja Turtles 2, the arcade game, is the best Ninja Turtles game that they did, but I
have to say the one that we went through the most, when we still had the original Nintendo, would be the first one.
Yeah, the first one was hard, though. That was
it was super hard, that one.
This one, I was surprised when this was a couple of years ago, I was posting just screenshots from games that I remember as a kid, and I was asking if people knew this game. I was surprised when people knew the screenshot of this one. This is in the vein of Double Dragon and, games like that, Streets of Rage. But River City Ransom, such a great game. The coins would fly out when you would end up killing people. It was a really good game.
Speaking of Double Dragon.
Yes.
It's been a while since I've seen the movie, but I love the one scene that I told you.
Yeah.
Where Marty Jannetty's the guy through the window.
Yeah, that was back when, Street Fighter came out as a movie with Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yeah.
And the Super Mario Brothers movie came out, which I forgot came out in, 93. That doesn't compute to me. I thought that was, a late 80s. But, I was a kid at that point, so I didn't remember when it came out. But I love those campy video game movies from back in the day.
Speaking of campy movies, what about the one I was talking about that's on Peacock?
Okay, I don't remember.
He was super young. What the hell? Paul Walker.
Oh yeah, I don't remember.
Tammy and the T-Rex.
Yeah, I remember that. I don't remember watching that, but I do remember
that was
the name
so campy for a horror film though.
Yep.
But I love the campy horror films.
Yeah, I do too. This one in the Ninja Turtle vein, a fighting game, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Tournament Fighters. I think I'm going to try to get another one of these because the price sticker is on it, and if I try to pull it off, it's going to pull the label off it, but I really like that one.
And we still haven't scratched the surface of video games I own.
Yeah, we're definitely going to do more of these where we're going to talk more in depth about them, but World Heroes, like I said, a lot of these, it's just the Street Fighter type game with different characters. I think this was in a beat 'em up. I haven't played them in a while. This one in a while, but Street Smart, Fatal Fury 2. The Fatal Fury games were great. Primal Rage. This one, dinosaurs and abominable snowmen and huge monkeys, and this is a great game. And then of course Street Fighter and Super Street Fighter 2. These games like this and Mortal Kombat, they were a lot more fun when I was a kid because you could figure out the combos and you could button mash too. But to me, being in my 40s, the button mashing is not fun anymore, and so.
Oh, don't lie! You like the button mashing on the real wrestling games.
Kind of, but the fighting games kind of get old to me after a while.
Like I was saying a couple of years ago, when we're just talking about video games, if they want to, and I think it would make it more better, is if they do an open world of fighting of Mortal Kombat, where it's a whole entire open world fighting arena.
That'd be cool.
Not just side. No, you're fighting in an open
kind of like an RPG kind of thing.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I do like that.
And kind of like with the wrestling games, like that. That would be so much
fun.
Go
backstage and stuff. Yeah, I like that. Of course, you know this. This is my favorite game of all time. All-time greatest soundtrack of all time. Streets of Rage 2. And it also, my favorite character in it is Max because he's a pro wrestler and his moves are badass. It's such a...
and his second favorite is what we got a theme of.
Vice City. Mortal Kombat 2. Reptile is in this one. Reptile is one of my favorites. This one is so campy, but so good. Pit Fighter.
Yes!
This is such a great game. People get so frustrated in this game, but once you get used to the mechanics, such a great fighting game. It's so good. I love this series of games. The Double Dragon games. Double Dragon 2. This is actually my favorite. Double Dragon 1 is great, but Double Dragon 2 is my favorite. This one... Bad Dudes. This is pretty much a Streets of Rage before Streets of Rage. Another Double Dragon. This one, though, Double Dragon 5, this is actually a fighting game. It's not a side-scroller or a beat-em-up. It's a fighting game, which is actually pretty cool. I like it. Final Fight.
Yeah.
Another great one for the Super Nintendo. I was never a Super Nintendo guy, but I own one now, and I've gotten into This one is pretty expensive on eBay.
Woo.
The Peacekeepers. This one, it's got a video rental sticker on it for you kids that don't know what rentals are. You would go to the store and you would rent these for a few days, and
telling you right now, us two are old. We are old.
Yeah, you not as much as me. But Rival Turf, another beat 'em up on the Super Nintendo.
Hey, I'll be turning 31 in a couple of days.
Yeah, well, you're getting old.
Well, actually, next week.
Actually, I talked about this one already.
Yep.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, the arcade game. I spent so many quarters, back in the day playing that in the arcade.
And that was the really cool thing, because they would have it in the arcade, but they'll also have it on the Nintendo.
Yep.
Because they were head-to-head.
And it was easy for them to just port the game from the arcade, because they already had the code written, so they would just port it. But right here,
yes!
If you've ever seen the movie that The Rock was in, this is what it was based on. The Rampage series goes all the way back to the NES. These games were always really fun to play. So, I mean, you're pretty much your huge mutant animals like King Kong and Godzilla. They couldn't call them that, but
I have Rampage for the PlayStation 2. Remember, we were playing it.
Yep, and you just beat up buildings and
but we were beating up each other.
Yep, but the Tekken games, I always liked the Tekken games. I thought these were really good games.
Speaking of Tekken, they're coming out with a new one.
Are they?
Yeah.
I was more of the Sega games, like Fighting Vipers and Virtua Fighter. I really loved Virtua Fighter for the Sega Saturn back in the day. I owned a Sega Saturn, and I owned something that not a lot of people remember, the Sega Channel. It was something where you hooked it up to your cable, and there would be a set amount of games, and it was pretty much streaming video games before that was actually a thing. And if your cable went out or your cable signal was bad, the games didn't come very well, but it was a lot of fun to do. You didn't have to rent games. I think they were trying to get in on the rental market. It didn't last too long, but it was really cool when talking about the movie that he was watching, that I'm watching too, the original Double Dragon. This has got a really good soundtrack too.
Yes,
if you like 8-bit soundtracks, I really like driving and listening to 8-bit soundtracks. I think they're really cool to listen to.
The best one, I have to say, from Mario games has to be the original Mario, and the opening to the second Mario game, and the opening for Mario 3.
Yeah, Mario 3, yeah. This one's not a beat 'em up. It's a solid
yes!
This, in my opinion, is the greatest Nintendo game ever. And some people say it's Super Mario, or some people say it's Zelda, or Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. To me, if you don't know the code to this, you don't. Well, for one, you don't watch wrestling, because it's the name of Xavier Woods' video game channel, Contra. Up, up, down, down, left, right, select, start, or BA select, start. I should have remembered that. But this is just, if you can beat this with only the 3 lives and you don't use the cheat code to get the extra lives, that's awesome. But this game, it's basically, you learn patterns. You learn the patterns of where they're going to be, and where you need to stand to shoot the gun, or where you need to lay down to shoot the gun. This is such a good game.
And video games now are completely random, but back then, it was all about the pattern.
Yeah, I mean, I never beat Mike Tyson on Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. I could probably do it now, because I'm older and I could figure out the patterns. I could get up to him, but I never could beat him. But when you look at gameplay videos and you can see the patterns of the fighting, it's the same with all the other games. There was patterns. Not so much the fighting games, because you had to do combos and stuff, but beat 'em ups and side scrollers. A lot of it was patterns. But in my opinion, Contra is the greatest NES game ever.
Now you have to create your own strategy to beat anything.
Yeah, but I'll always, if these consoles stay working when I retire and I'm an old man, I'm going to be playing these games off of these cartridges until the day I die.
You'll be finding him in the corner somewhere.
I'll have a controller in my hand. They will probably find me in a lazy boy with a controller playing video games.
Well, should we make a basketball out of the lazy boy too?
Oh no, I'm not going there.
I made a basketball.
Yeah, great movie, great movie.
Yes.
So are there any other video games that are coming out? Excuse me.
I can't remember what the name of it is, but it's coming out next month.
Yep.
I'm really excited for it. I wish I could remember what the name of it is. Then next month we got the new wrestling game coming out, 2K24.
Yeah, WWE 2K24. Yep.
Then, like I said, either it's this week or next week, the remaster trilogy of the original Tomb Raider games.
I never really liked the Tomb Raider games. Same with GoldenEye, the James Bond movie. I never really, or game that was based off the GoldenEye movie. I never really liked that one, and if you go back now, people love that game, but the graphics were just so bad. And for the N64, a lot of the games actually looked pretty good, and that one just, you go back now and you look and it's just...
You want to talk about a good N64 game? Mm-hmm. Banjo-Kazooie.
Banjo-Kazooie's good, yeah. I haven't gone back and played N64 in a while, and I really should. You know, just on a day where I can't sleep or something before work or after work, I really need to start breaking out the consoles. I do have a thing where you can, it's a multiple switch where you can plug a bunch of V cables for different consoles and you can just switch in between. I definitely need to do that and hook to my TV.
Me, I like the thing I bought for the PlayStation 2. You plug it into the back of the PlayStation and you just hook it up to the HDMI port in the back.
Right. No, that's really cool. That's really cool. I like that a lot.
And you can choose square screen or the actual full screen itself of the TV.
Right. I was actually watching YouTube videos of how to record video from a PS2 onto a laptop. I didn't get it figured out until I'm gonna have to get the actual thing that we need to do that. But next time we do, we're not going to be recording off the TV like we're going to do today.
Yeah.
Next time we are actually going to record the video of the game we're playing, and then I will add the audio of what we're saying over it. So I think that's going to be a lot of fun. But
speaking of something cool I picked up for the PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
Ooh, I can plug this in, and I can use my PS5 controller on it.
The fact that you even care about that is just weird to me. That you want to use the PS5 controller for everything.
Because this feels good in your hand!
Yeah, I guess. I don't know why you want to play every console with the PS. I mean, he'll even play the Xbox with the PS5 controller.
Hey, I bought the thing for it. It was worth it.
Right. So since we have the Vice City theme going on, what is your favorite mission in Vice City?
I know my least favorite one was the helicopter one.
I know you're.
And I know which one you're talking about. Your least favorite, because it took me 3 tries to do it, and I finally did it.
Yep.
Was the one once you purchase the nightclub?
Oh yeah.
Yep, where you had to do the bank robbery.
Yeah, where you have to become the driver and you have to, race around the city. I hate that.
Oh.
I would have to say my favorite one is where you've got to go kill the guy on the golf course.
Yeah.
Because when you go through the metal detector, all your weapons get taken away. But all I did was just do the cheat code and get my weapons back, and I'd just shoot the guy in the head. I didn't wait and just use the golf club to beat him up. I would just shoot him in the head.
Shoot him in the head! I see his head!
Yeah, And I know a lot of people, I think you might be, you like to do it, without the cheat codes and get to 100%. Not me. I don't care. I like doing it for fun. I don't care about getting all the...
I actually beat the whole game without using cheat codes.
Right. And I'm not that guy. I'll use the cheat codes just to play and have fun. Like, I'm the kind of person that will do the weapon cheat code like 50 times and have like 80 rocket launchers, and I'll just hide on top of a building and just go blowing people up until I get, the army level, of a wanted level, and then I'll end up dying because they'll be sniping me from the helicopter and all that.
Maybe that's when you gotta blow up the helicopter.
Yeah, but that's the fun part to me. So I love doing the missions, don't get me wrong, but
let's not forget the cheat codes for the health.
Yeah, health and, the armor and all that stuff. And
yes.
I don't go looking for all the secret packages, and all that.
I did, and it is hard because I still got to narrow it down to 2 that I'm missing.
But, if you've never played Grand Theft Auto Vice City, you're missing out. It's such a good game. It's, like I said, it's my second favorite
Should we talk about our favorite cheat codes?
Sure.
My all-time favorite cheat code, not from Vice City, but San Andreas.
Okay, I didn't really like that one, but what is it?
1, you get to do whatever you want without being wanted. You get to turn off the wanted level.
Oh, yeah, that's a great one.
And you go anywhere and everywhere. And you get to go in the police station and mess around with the cops. They won't do nothing back.
Yeah. Mine would have to be with the rocket launcher because that was just so much fun to just make. And then the extra gore where, their body parts fly.
Yeah!
And like the leg that's left will twitch on the ground. That's such good stuff. Rockstar did so good with GTA 3 and GTA, Vice City. I didn't like San Andreas. I thought there was way too much involved in San Andreas. It just... I played it and I enjoyed it a little bit, but it's just not my game. I could play Vice City all day, though.
Because this man likes the old school pick 'em up and play.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I do like games that have stuff involved, and I do like trying to figure out games. But, you throw in Double Dragon, you can pick this up, and if you go through the game, it might only take you a half an hour, but it's still fun.
Which is why we love the new AEW wrestling game.
Yeah, the AEW games pick up and play. WWF No Mercy, which I think is the greatest wrestling game ever created. It's very easy to play, very easy to create wrestlers. Yeah. It's just so much fun to me. I'm not a gamer per se like some people are. I'm streaming all the time or spending all my time playing games. But I do enjoy games. Like, I have all of these for a reason. And, like the fighting game. I may only play Street Fighter for 10 minutes because I get bored with it. But I still like having the cartridge and being able to just grab it, put it into the Sega Genesis, and play the game.
Speaking of cartridges, you want to know the biggest rule that on the back of the warning... Do not blow into the cartridge, and raise your hand if you ever blew into the cartridge to get it working.
Or they say don't use alcohol to clean off, the
yep.
connectors. I did that too, and I never should have, but my game still worked. This Double Dragon, this is from 1985. I was 4 years old. This is the one I got when I was a kid for Christmas. This Contra is the one I got as a kid for Christmas. I have like RC Pro-Am and... The Super Mario Brothers 3 that I have upstairs is the same one that I got when I was a kid. And they're that old. It's 2024. So, this is old. This is really old. This is almost 40 years old.
I still have some of the ones that when I was a kid. The old N64 system.
Yep.
Grant, yes, I have to get a new one because I'm not in the mood to take it all apart and get the button unstuck again.
Yep. But if you want an old console, you can't tell me that you can't find a store around you somewhere that sells video games. Old school video games.
What was the name of the store that we got to go to in Whitehall?
I can't remember the name of it because we haven't gone in a long time, but it's a great store.
Yes.
Consoles and games everywhere. And
I think it was $150 for the N64, which is not bad.
No, because it comes with controllers and connectors and everything, so...
Speaking of the N64, I actually want to get the new Brawler controller that is wireless that hooks into the N64.
Nice. And like if you have a TV where it doesn't have the AV cables, which I don't know what kind of TV, even the modern ones have spot for AV cables, but you can get a connector where you can plug the AV cables and it goes to HDMI. So you can plug it into any TV that you own.
Or do like what I bought, where it hooks right into it, and then it's got a converter box that hooks into the HDMI.
Yeah, it's not that hard to do.
No.
Any of these games that we mentioned, you can find cheap eBay or pretty much anywhere.
Excuse me.
You're horrible.
Yes, I am.
And any local video game store, like secondhand stores, a lot of times have games. I mean, you're going to go to the stores where all they have is just generic, like sports games and stuff. Like I've gone to flea markets in Florida, and all they have left is like Madden 95, 96, 97. And it sucks because that's all they have left. But you can go places and you can find games, especially eBay. If you really want to look for a certain game, you can find it. And like, just get a copy of Contra, or even if you go on, like Nintendo, and you have a Switch, and you find these games cheap on
their store.
They're fun to play.
Speaking of Contra, they actually have the complete set on the newer consoles, and I got it on the PlayStation 4.
That's cool. I mean, I actually, to be honest, the only one I've ever played is the first one. I never played the other ones.
I played a handful of the other ones.
Yeah, I mean, it was around the time where I was getting into other games, especially into the wrestling games.
My two brothers and I would play the hell out of this.
It's such a great game. It really, really is. And if you're playing with a friend, the two-player aspect of it is really
yes.
I would say the one that's the most fun. I don't know where it's two players. Right here.
Yes.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the arcade game, because you can be one of all four of the turtles. So you can pick your favorite turtle, and you can play with your friend and co-op and stuff. I love that.
His favorite is Donnie. Mine is Mikey.
And you know what? If you have the same friend, your favorite turtle is the same. Well, too bad. Pick a different turtle.
Right.
You know what I mean? So. But I'm not gonna say go out and buy a Nintendo and play all these.
No,
but
because that is actually available now. Like I said, a little bit remastered.
Yep.
On the PlayStation 4.
And they're finding out that remastering these games and releasing them for people my age is a really good idea because we love the nostalgia of it. And
yes.
And I remember when I was a kid, just going to the video store and renting a game as soon as it came out and playing it for a couple of days and then bringing it back and then ending up buying it later. And that was the great thing about rental stores is you could play the game before you bought it, and same with demos. You could play the demo and you knew what the gameplay was before you bought it. Great idea. And I wish there were still rental stores because the fun of streaming is fun, looking through the movies and like, oh, I like that one and but going to the video store and grabbing an actual physical video and bringing it home, the anticipation of watching it was always fun to me. So, but any other video game thing you want to talk about before we wrap it up?
Just going on with the remasters, and I don't like how people are giving it so much hate, but the Grand Theft Auto trilogy remastered. How much fun are we having with that?
Yeah, it's great. I mean, they may have changed things here or there.
Yeah.
But, the people that, if you don't like that, then go buy original copies of them and play them on a PlayStation 2 or a backwards compatible PlayStation 3.
And 21 years in the making, people.
Yeah.
It took me to complete one mission on there, and I did it. And I finally can say I completed all of Vice City.
Yep. I did it really quick because I got so immersed into that game. I love it. And there's there's callbacks to Scarface, which is my favorite movie, all through that game.
And speaking of Scarface, they do have an actual Scarface video game.
The Scarface game is good. I really do enjoy the Scarface game. That's true.
I'm having a hard time trying to find it on the PS2, though. I found it on the Xbox, but I don't want it on the original Xbox. I want it on the PS2.
Yeah. I just wanted to show my favorite genre of games this time. We will talk about other games next time, other classic games. And
I will be bringing on some more of my collection.
Yep.
Some of them modern, some of them old.
Because, I mean, there's so many to talk about.
Yes.
We didn't have a real, I just wanted to show some off, and we had that crate of wrestlers to show off. So
that was the biggest thing I brought right there.
Yeah, I'm glad we got to show off our new cardboard cutout that we're going to have at the Wrestling Classic.
Don't ask me to bring them back out, please.
No, I really hope that people end up showing up to that because I mean, if you're in the Northeast and you can get to Massachusetts on March 23rd, it's a Saturday. Just go and meet. I mean, Rob Van Dam, Eric Bischoff, Elias, Matt Riddle, Shane Douglas and Francine, Bill Alfonso and Sabu. They just added Velvet Sky, Brooke Tessmacher. I know I'm missing some, but
There is so many.
It's just there's a lot of wrestlers that are going to be there, and we're going to be there, and we're going to have a good time giving out candy and trading cards and giving out a QR code to scan for people to scan and subscribe. Which last time when we had that, people would immediately grab our business card and they would subscribe immediately. So, and that's really the only way we can get the word out about our show.
Yes.
You can do, I'm not paying for Facebook to boost our ads on Facebook, because I did that once for when I was doing collectibles, and people would complain because my stuff was showing up on their timeline and they didn't like it. And I was like, I just tried boosting it. I didn't know it was going to show up on that many people. You know,
Right.
So I'm not going to do that. We do conventions to get the word out. We go to wrestling shows to get the word out. He hands out business cards all the time. I do too. I mean, when I went down to Florida, I hung up, our flyers in certain spots. So
that stack of cards that you gave me.
Yeah, and that's a good thing, because doing conventions and shows is really the only way we can get the word out about our show, other than invading people's timelines on TikTok and Facebook. And I don't want to do that.
No.
We're not trying to grow huge. We just want a few more people to watch. We want a few more subscribers. We like all our merch. We like our logos. We put a lot of time and effort into this, and a lot of thought into it. We have fun doing this, and we're going to keep doing it. Whether people watch or not, because we have fun doing it. And we do have people that watch and tell us how, what they like about it. And,
one of them would love to give a shout out right now, Mikey Cheese.
Yeah, Mikey Cheese is great, and we are hopefully going to interview him at some point. We're going to interview the politician and independent wrestler at some point. And we're going to do more. We've been actually recording more often than we were for a while. So,
And I can't get over how much fun we have doing that.
Yeah, this is a lot of fun. I think we've gotten better at this, and if you watch our first few episodes, we were kind of getting our feet wet, and I mean, I had done a show, a podcast long before this.
And I have to say this actually helped me come out of my shell. And how much have you seen me come out of my shell lately?
Yeah, you talk a lot more than you had before, and we have a lot of fun, and we're going to keep doing it. At Cheap Pop Show on all social media, cheappopshow.com, and cheappops.redbubble.com for merchandise.
Merchandising.
You saw our new logo. We have, our old logo. We have our Double Dare inspired logo. We have wrestling parody logos.
We do have another one that we want to release of this one. And I talked to you about it for breast cancer.
Yep. We did a pink one that we made shirts made up for that. I'll put the next Picks ones up there pretty soon on my next day off. So that'll be available if you want to support him. Hey! But if you want to follow us, yes, I do post on TikTok and Twitter and Instagram. But our main stuff is on Facebook. If you want to find out anything about the show, Facebook is really the place to go to, because it's the easiest one really to post stuff. And that's the one I do the most on. But follow all our social media. Please like, subscribe, and comment. We love getting comments. We love hearing what people think about the show, and we're having a good time. We're going to keep doing it. So we hope you liked it. Oh, Mr. Sacco's coming out.
You ready? Pop guys out.